The outcome of the UK's referendum on EU membership is too close to call. So, which voters could help create a clear difference between the in or out? Young people between 18 and 24 represent 12% of the voting bloc, and they could hold the key. This debate at London's iconic Shard building is a magnet for the latest generation of voters from 18 years of age and upwards who want to have their say, but they are in a minority.
According to the polls, younger people tend to be more pro-European than older generations. But at the general election last year here in the UK, only 43% of 18 to 24-year-olds turned out to vote. And that's why campaigners are piling resources in this time around to try and boost their numbers.
This debate is part of that drive to shrug off the apathy among this age group and entice more young voters to the ballot box on June the 23rd. All have different reasons for taking part.
I've come here because I'm undecided, and I've got a brother who's very, very sure that we want to leave. I've got a dad who's very, very liberal, very green, wants to stay. So I've come here to sort of listen to some more balanced views who aren't related to me, basically.
A lot of people underestimate how important it is for young people. Obviously it affects education and whatnot, and I think it's quite unfair that we undermine the other effects apart from immigration that staying within or outside the EU is.
And I think it's really important for everyone to have a say in the vote. I'm voting in because I don't feel that we will. I don't feel that we will have a better future outside the EU. We only pay £18.6 million to the EU. What a lot of people don't understand is that we get half of that back.
But not all in the 18 to 24 age group are, of course, students. One of those who are working, Sam Sharp, is employed in a factory in Kent. He can't see any benefits for remaining in the European Union. He wants out.
I'm voting leave, personally, because I haven't heard any good reasons from David Cameron why I should stay myself. He seems to just make things up as he goes along, and he wants to scare people to staying in.
Darren Sharp is a researcher who's been gathering the opinions of young people in the UK about the European Union and what it means to be a member of the bloc. Most of those he contacted said they thought of themselves as European citizens, but a whopping 93% said they knew little or nothing about the European Union.
This referendum is one about emotions and identity, as it is much about a rational choice for which party or which body you're voting for. So on a positive note, they felt European, they felt interconnected and integrated. But in terms of a bureaucracy, what governs us and impacts upon us, they know very little about. And they're crying out for information.
Charity Bite the Ballot, an independent agency, wants to empower young people to take an active part in society. It has been taking to social media and holding workshops in communities to try and drive up the number of young people registered to vote in the referendum.
What's been really interesting to see is how young people have rejected the establishment's conversation about the European Union referendum and instead want to talk about how it will affect them and their community, which I think by the end of a turn-up voter registration session has been the big response that we've seen across the board.
Any increase in budget? With so much at stake and the opinion polls so close, campaigners are determined to try and get young people to the polling stations. The two sides have presented their arguments and have got some young people talking, but whether that will translate into a record number of votes next week is less certain.